What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's going to be a short video, hopefully. We just have some things to cover. New UFC announcements. As you guys already know, Dan Hooker pulled out of the Justin Gaethje fight. He's broke his hand. This is old news. And this is also old news, too. About 2 days ago, Rafael Fiziev is stepping in to fight Justin Gaethje in a rematch. Pretty crazy, and it makes sense. Fiziev was one of the guys who I saw that they were gonna give a call, and I knew he was gonna be ready too because he's looking for a fight. Ever since coming off an injury against Gamrot. But yeah, I think this makes sense too. A lot of people, I heard people saying Fiziev doesn't deserve this fight, but whatever. We'll get into that in a sec. Also, Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva or John Silva, whatever people call him. I say Gene Silva. Just announced for UFC 314 on the Volkan Lopez card. Miami. This is crazy. They want Bryce Mitchell to die. But, it's going to be a good fight. And then, probably my favorite announcement. Jamahal Hill versus Khalil Rountree UFC Fight Night. Now, I would prefer for this to be on a pay-per-view because these guys deserve to be on pay-per-views. This is crazy, and this is a fight I've been wanting to see in the 205 division for a while. Now it's finally happening. We thought it was going to happen, UFC 303, but obviously Khalil Rountree got caught for steroids and then somehow got a title shot after that. Oh, I wonder why, he's in a cult. But whatever. And then just a bunch of other fights on this card. Ikram Aleskarov versus Andre Munoz. Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. I'm going to be honest. I don't know who David Onama is. Maybe, I'm just not in the scene enough to know. But Michael Pereira versus Abus Magomedov. They're giving Abus Magomedov a ranked opponent. I know they did try to give him a ranked opponent a couple times before. They did it with Sean Strickland. But that was too ranked of an opponent. And now they're going Michael Pereira. This is going to be a good fight. I'll have to see, closer to the fight who I think is going to win. Then Anthony Smith versus Zhang Ming Yang. They want Anthony Smith to die and get him out here. I thought this guy was going to retire. I thought he was done, but I guess not. Now let's talk about this. Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. Makes perfect sense. As in finding a replacement that quick. They were not going to do Topuria. As much as I wanted that, I was thinking get Topuria to try to step in, but guys, you need Topuria in a full camp. You want Topuria at his best, and you want Topuria to hype a fight up. Poirier, they weren't going to do it at that short of notice, especially for a retirement fight. Poirier is probably one more fight and done, two more fights and done. They weren't going to do Holloway, obviously, because obviously. And just Charles said no, apparently. Everyone said no except Rafael Fiziev, and it makes sense. Fiziev coming off of injury, after losing to Gamrot, it was like a leg injury. I kind of forget that fight, but yeah, it was a tough fight for him. So him coming back like this, he's been ready to fight, been wanting an opponent, and I was waiting for them to announce him fighting soon. I almost thought he already had a fight booked or fought already after the Gamrot fight, but he hadn't. Just that's how long it's been. So it's been a while for Fiziev, but this makes sense, and he does deserve to step right back in there. His last two losses are against Gamrot, which Gamrot sucks. We know that now. I do not like Gamrot now. And then to Gaethje in a very close fight that could have gone either way. I remember watching that fight. I've only watched that fight once. I remember seeing that fight and thinking, who won? It literally could have gone either way. So, yeah, pretty interesting. My early prediction for this fight, I'm going to go. I actually don't have an early prediction for this fight. I really don't know. I'm going to see closer. Or actually, I'm going to probably do my prediction video tomorrow. Yeah, this fight's only a week away, so I'm gonna probably do my prediction video tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see. I'll watch the last fight back because that's the only thing I can really go off of. I'll watch the Max Holloway fight. We'll see. Whatever. This is pretty crazy though. Big lightweight matchup. If Gaethje wins, he's probably gonna get a loser of like I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who Gaethje's gonna get if he wins. He could even get Topuria. If Gaethje wins, he could. They could make the Topuria fight. Doesn't really matter if Fiziev wins. He'll probably get like a winner of Pimblett versus Chandler, guaranteed. But yeah, pretty sick fight. Now Bryce Mitchell versus Gene Silva. Gene Silva just last week, knocked out Neil Bagdasarian, or I forgot his first name, but Bagdasarian. That guy's good. And Gene Silva made that shit look easy. I really wasn't on the Gene Silva hype train until that I was watching that fight live, and I was like, this guy Gene Silva is so good at how he moves. He's so confident. He was playing around with Bagdasarian. Then when he wanted to knock him out, he just knocked him the F out and laughed over him. He's so good, very powerful, he flows very well. He's very well rounded. I can see him putting Bryce Mitchell away, especially after what happened. Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell could be chinny. We're not going to talk about the Kron Gracie fight. I don't count that Kron Gracie fight as anything. Um, Early prediction Gene Silva, but honestly, I could see Bryce Mitchell submitting Gene Silva though. I really can. But I'm gonna go Gene Silva probably by a round 2 knockout. They really do want Bryce Mitchell to die, after everything he said. So yeah, Khalil Rountree versus Jamahal Hill. I love this fight. Early prediction and what is gonna be my prediction throughout every day leading up to this fight. Jamahal Hill is gonna cook Khalil Rountree. He's way better. Jamahal Hill is the best light heavyweight there is after Alex Pereira. He's better than Yuri Prochazka. I don't care that he lost to Yuri Prochazka. He's still better than Yuri Prochazka. Bro, Jamahal Hill's the GOAT. He's too big for Khalil. I think he's powerful. I think only retards lose to Khalil. Khalil was getting touched up by Anthony Smith, and we saw what Pereira did to him. I don't care that Khalil did good against Pereira and won the first 2 rounds. So what? Go and rewatch that fight. Khalil didn't do shit to Pereira. Trust me. Rewatch that fight. And you'll see it exactly what I'm talking about. Jamahal Hill has only lost to good people. He's only lost to good people. His first ever loss in his career was against Paul Craig. Paul Craig is the GOAT, and we all know that. Second loss was against Pereira. Pereira, look at him. He's the GOAT. We all know that. Then third loss was against Yuri Prochazka, which I don't count that as a loss. I just count that as I don't count that as anything. He didn't lose to Yuri Prochazka. Jamahal Hill, I think he's gonna cut Khalil Rountree, frankly. And this is a big matchup because if Khalil wins this, it'll show people, oh wow, he really is high level. He didn't just get the opportunity against Alex for nothing, even though he did get that opportunity against Alex for nothing because he just knows the right people behind the scenes. Trust me. They could have given that title shot to a lot of other people, but they gave it to Khalil Rountree. Weird. Ikram Aleskarov versus Andre Munoz. I don't know who to go with yet, but I'm gonna go Ikram. Ikram once again, just like Jamahal Hill. It's only lost to good people. Hamza on the regional scene, and Robert Whitaker. Andre Munoz is pretty good though. I could see him winning, especially what happened to Ikram after Robert. I'm gonna go Ikram. Giga Chikadze versus David Onama. I don't know anything about David Onama and why he's getting Giga Chikadze, but early prediction, I'm gonna go David Onama, even though I have zero clue who he is. Michael Pereira versus Abus Magomedov. I can see Abus Magomedov winning this, but he does get gassed. So I don't know. Don't know on this. I think Anthony Smith is going to get knocked out by Zhang Mingyang. Guys, that was my pretty shitty video for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Let me know what video I should do next, what I should cover next. Give me a tier list. I want to make a tier list video. Give me a tier list idea. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want. Prediction video coming out tomorrow for UFC 313. Peace out.